Agikoriya Bandhan Oma Gyana Timananda Shigyananjana Shalakaya Chukshush Unimiladang Yenatashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shamari Bhakti Vedanta Shami Iti Namane Nama Ashte Sharashati Deve Gaudavani Pracharini Vidvishesha Shunyavadi Pashchattadi Shatarini Srila Prabhupada Ki Srila Sanatan Goswami Prabhupada Tirubhavtiti Mahamahotsava Ki. Thank you. One, actually the 420, right? Yeah. 420. 80, yeah. 80. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jai Gaud Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaud Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaud Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Bhakti Krishna Prem Seva Prabhatan Lupta Tirtha Udha Ar Vairagya Shikhon Krishna Bhakti Krishna Prem Seva Prabhatan Lupta Tirtha Udha Ar Vairagya Shikhon. Vaishnavis. Krishna Bhakti, devotional service to Krishna. Krishna Prema, love of Krishna. Seva, service. Prabhatana, establishment. Lupta Tirtha, the lost places of pilgrimage. Udhar, to excavate. Ar, and. Vairagya Shikhon, instruction on the renounced order of life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this verse is spoken by Sanatan Goswami Prabhupada. He went to Jagannath Puri to visit Gaudhari, and on the way he acquired, traveling through the forest, Jharkhand, he developed a disease, and there were sores over his body, and pus was oozing from the sores. So he was thinking, my body is so abominable, I will throw it under the wheels of the Rath of Sri Jagannath when he comes out on the Ratha Yatra day. This was his plan. So at that time, Gaudhari, he's preaching to Sanatan Goswami that there's so many things that I want to do through your body. I am here in Jagannath Puri upon the request of Sachi Mata. So through you, there will be so many things that I will achieve that fulfill my mission. So specifically he mentions these things. You will have to explain Krishna's devotional service, establish centers for cultivation of love of Krishna, excavate lost places of pilgrimage, and teach people how to adopt the renounced order of life. When actually the Goswamis and Mahaprabhu's intimate associates, they are demonstrating various Vaishnava qualities. And the Goswamis, particularly Rup Sanatan, they are demonstrating the quality of humility. Nidra aha viharakadi vijito cha atanta dino. They lost interest in sleep, nidra aha, in eating, biha in recreation, nidraha viharakaji vijito. They completely conquered desires for sleeping, eating, and sense gratification. Not at all. They would forget to eat. You imagine? Generally, that's all we're thinking about. Counting down to when's the next meal. Only 3 hours to go. Only 1 hour to go before breakfast. They forgot to eat, and some days they wouldn't eat because Radha Krishna Guna Smritir Moduri Anandena Shamohito. Shamoha, being completely enamored, completely mesmerized, Shamohito, by Shamohito, Moha, Shamohito, completely bewildered, completely enchanted by Radha Krishna Guna Smriti, remembering Radha Krishna Guna. They're completely absorbed, and they lost interest in the Indriya Shuk. They lost interest, eating, sleeping. Some days they wouldn't sleep. Some days they wouldn't eat. Did we eat today? I can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. And when they would eat, it just Shukna Ruti and, what is that? The chickpea. Shukna Ruti and chickpea. That was it. I mean, we fast, but after fasting, we feast. Even though they were extremely austere, Vairagya Shikan, even though they were extremely austere, they were, atanta dino means excessively humble. Excessively humble. In the same incident, actually, when Sanatan Goswami was visiting Gaudhari in Puri, Mahaprabhu called Sanatan Goswami in the daytime, middle of the day, before Rath Yatra, hot season in Jagannath Puri, middle of the day, blazing heat. And he called Sanatan Goswami actually to test his character. And there's two ways of going from Shidhabakula to Gambira. You can go through the town and beside the temple of Jagannath, or you can go along the beach. And actually, Sanatan Goswami, he went along the beach. The blazing heat of the midday sun in Jagannath Puri. On the beach, actually it's multiplied. The heat is multiplied because the sun reflects off the sand. It's like incredible heat. His feet were all blistered. And Gaudhari is asking, what happened? Your feet are blistered. Why you didn't come? He said, I came on the beach. And Mahaprabhu said, why you didn't come on the path beside the Jagannath temple? There is shade. It is cool. And in all genuine sincerity and humility, Sanatan Goswami, he said, but there I may come across some of the Pubitra Jagannath Swami Pujari, the pure, and if they see me, or even if they touch me, they'll become contaminated. So I took the path along the beach. He's a Nitya Siddha, an eternal associate of the Lord, but actually considers himself lower than the grass in the street, genuinely, not like us. We advertise, oh Prabhu, I'm most fallen, I am the lowest, I'm not qualified. But we don't really believe that when we're saying it. We're thinking, well, people are a lot more fallen than me, I'm not that. But we say, oh, I'm the most fallen. We don't really believe it. But he's believing, he's actually convinced. So when Gaudhari, he was desiring to go to Vrindavan. And for 2 years he kept in Jagannath Puri. having not got permission from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Ramananda Roy. They wouldn't give him permission to go to Vrindavan. After Sannyas, Mahaprabhu wanted to go to Vrindavan. After Mantra Dikha in Gaya, Mahaprabhu he left for Vrindavan. And Akashvani, a voice from the sky, said, no, you cannot go to Vrindavan now. So much has to be done in Navadvip, Mayapur. And then again, after Sannyas, he went with Keshav Bharati. He converted him to Vaishnavism and also made him a madman in search of Nanda Dulal. And they were all going to the Vrindavan. But then by the intention of Sachimata, by the request of Sachimata, because she couldn't tolerate Vishwarup. He took sannyas and we never heard anything again. Vishwarup, Mahaprabhu's elder brother. He took sannyas. Just like that. Went. And they never heard any news. Any news. It was too much. And Jagannath Misra left. Sachimata, all she had was Nimai. Nimai and Vishnupriya. And then she said, you do not do like Vishwarup and take sannyas and never I hear anything about you again. So Jagannath Puri and Vrindavan, Krishna is there in Jagannath Puri in the form of Jagannath Swami. So you stay in Jagannath Puri and in that way I will get news. So many Oriya, Bhakta, Bongal Bhumite, they will go for Ganga Snan, and so many Gauda Bhaktagan. Gauda Bhaktagan, they will go to Puri to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. So in that way they will be coming and going. I will hear about you, I will be able to sustain my life. But Mahaprabhu's desire was to be in Vrindavan. So then eventually after 2 years, Ramananda Roy and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, they felt very ashamed that they weren't giving permission for Gaudhari to go to Vrindavan. So they said, okay, after the Vashant Panchami din, you can go. And then Mahaprabhu, he left and he journeyed north. He journeyed north rather than going directly in the direction of Vrindavan, because he wanted to take all of the Bengali devotees with him to Vrindavan. That was his plan. That was his desire. Bhaktagan Shange Abhashoy Koribe Milan Bhaktagan Shange Lai Jabo Vrindavan. That was his desire. Go to Mayapur, take all the Bengali devotees, his Antaranga Bhaktagan, and go with them to Vrindavan. Eta Bhavi Gauda Deshe Koryalan Gamon. For that reason, when he was given permission to leave Jagannath Puri, he went back to Bengal to gather together all the Gaudiya Bhaktas and with them go to Vrindavan. Eta Bhavi Gauda Deshe Koryalan Gamon Mata Ganga Bhakta Deki Shuki Hoilamon. In that mood, I left for Gauda Desh. And Mata, seeing Sachimata, Ganga, seeing Ma Ganga, Mahaprabhu, he was requesting Bhattacharya and Ramananda Roy that in Bengal I have 2 shelters, Janabi Mata and Janani. Janobi and Janani. My mother and Ma Ganga, they are Doyamoy and Shamashrai, my shelter. So having seen Sachimata and taken Ganga Snan, actually Mahaprabhu's plan was from Bengal to go all the way to Vrindavan on the bank of Ganga. Varanasi, Prayagraj, and then Jamuna, and then like that, on the bank of Ganga every day. Snan, pan, bathing, drinking, Ananda, Ganga, Shanga. That was his plan. However, when I started for Vrindavan, thousands and millions of people were following me. Wherever Gaudhari stepped, the followers would collect the dust from the path, collect the dust. There were so many followers collecting so much dust, the road was finished. No more road. So tens of thousands of followers as he was proceeding through Bengal, and he reached Ramkelli. So he's mentioning, Gaudhari was mentioning, actually later when he was traveling through the forest with Balabhadra Bhattacharya, he was mentioning, oh Krishna, because it was so sweet in the forest. He would bathe in the waterfalls, and eat the forest vegetables and the roots and the fruits. Balabhadra Bhattacharya would cook. They were alone in the forest doing the Sankirtan with the tigers and the elephants. And Gaudhari was so happy. And he said actually that was an arrangement of Krishna, and through the mouth of Sanatan I was advised this is not the way to go to Vrindavan with a huge caravan and entourage. Through the mouth of Sanatan, Mahaprabhu mentioned, Krishna taught me the lesson. Like Madhavendra Puri, who went to Vrindavan alone and was able to get darshan of Gopal, who personally came and gave him milk. He was alone, and Mahaprabhu's, he realized this is the mood in which one should enter Vrindavan. So subsequently he journeyed to Vrindavan with 2 assistants only. Mahaprabhu was mentioning that actually my real reason for going to Bengal, because once he heard from Sanatan that this is not the way to go to Bengal, so many followers. So then he returned, after reaching Kanai Natashala, he returned to Jagannath Puri. And he's mentioning here to Balabhadra Bhattacharya in the forest, actually my real reason for going to Bengal was to reclaim Rupa and Sanatan in Ramkeli. So after meeting Rupa and Sanatan in Ramkeli, as we're mentioning, the first indicating the quality of humility, the very first interaction between Rupa and Sanatan, this humility is demonstrated magnificently. When Mahaprabhu was in Ramkeli doing the kirtan, and in the night they went, Rupa and Sanatan, in incognito they went to visit him. Already there was some correspondence. They were writing, and Mahaprabhu was I've received your letters and I've responded. For that reason he was already connected, and for that reason he went to Ramkeli to inspire them. Nicha jati, nicha shange, potit odham. This is the first thing Sanatan Goswami spoke when they first saw Gaudhari. They saw him. Nicha jati, nicha shangi, potit odham, kubisha ekupe, goinu janam. Goinu janam, my life is gone. My life has been wasted in a kubisha ekupe, in the deep dark well of sense enjoyment. I've become I have acquired the habits of the Mleccha Javans, and I dress like them, and I socialize with them. Kubisha ekupe potit odam. I have become the lowest. Nicha jati, my birth is low. Nicha shange, my association is degraded. Potit odham, I am fallen, sinful, I am the lowest of man. Generally we introduce ourselves, all the good things we say. Introduce this Prabhu, I did this, I've been a devotee so long, I did this, I did that. All the good things. He's only thinking of the other, complete opposite, all the bad things. That's his body, that's his abhiman, his conception of who he is. So Mahaprabhu is so attracted to that humility. So attracted to that humility. And when he returned to Jagannath Puri, he was discussing with Giratha Pandit. They are so qualified in intelligence, in character, in culture, in learning, 6-7 languages. They are so qualified, and they introduce themselves as being the most fallen. For this reason, I am very attracted to them. And they will very quickly get Krishna's mercy. So after that meeting, it appears that Rupa Goswami was given permission to retire. And he, as the exemplary Prabhupada describes that all devotees should follow, Brahman Vaishnav Dilotar Odhadan, half of his wealth he gave to the Brahman Vaishnavas. Brahman Vaishnav Dilotar Odhadan Ek Choti Dhan Dilo Kutumba Baron. And 1/4 he kept for relatives, and 1/4 he kept for personal emergency. Relatives in that case means extended family, because we don't hear any description of Rupa or Sanatan entering householder life and having children. So the Kutumba is their extended family. You can visit their ancestral home in our temple in Bangladesh, Joshore, where they were born and grew up, Joshore. So there he sent the wealth. He sent the wealth in boats back. And he also deposited 10,000 coins, gold coins, 10,000 gold coins, with a grocer in Ramkelly, because he understood that Sanatan Goswami will require those funds in order to get in order to be able to extricate himself from the service of the Nawab. So he left that money with the grocer. And then he sent, Rupa Goswami sent 2 people to Jagannath Puri because Mahaprabhu would return to Jagannath Puri. He sent 2 people to Jagannath Puri to get news when Gaudhari will leave again for Vrindavan. And then we will all go and we will meet him in Vrindavan. So Rupa and Anupam, the younger brother, they went, and those 2 messengers returned from Jagannath Puri, and they mentioned that Gaudhari has already left for Vrindavan. And so Rupa and Anupam, they left along Mahaganga, and Mahaprabhu already had gone to Vrindavan and was returning, and he met Rupa and Anupam in Prayagraj. At that time, Sanatan Goswami was still in the jail of the Nawab. So he wrote, Rupa Goswami wrote to Sanatan Goswami that quickly you should come, quick, and he mentioned that he had these 10,000 coins for him. So Rupa Goswami had already left. So Sanatan Goswami, he's thinking, the problem is that because I'm doing the service for the Nawab so loyally, so competently, that's the reason why he's not going to let me go. So therefore he began to neglect his duties, which previously he wasn't neglecting. He was doing. There's description about why Rupa and Sanatan were serving the Nawab, because that they were extortion. They were threatened. If you do not, I will cause so much trauma, so much persecution of the Hindus. So they had to do that in order to protect the Hindu community in Gold. Gold was the capital of Bengal. There they were, Nawab was there. For that reason we are called Gaudiya Vaishnava, gold. So in order to protect all of the Hindus, they were engaged very dutifully in the service of the Nawab. And Sanatan Goswami was expert. The finance minister, Artha Mantri, the finance minister. So he's thinking, I have to become negligent and then it will be easier to get extricated. So, Bhattacharya Pandit Bishtrish Lai. Bhattacharya Pandit, scholars and Vaishnav Pandits, Bishtrish, 20 or 30, with Bishtrish Lai, Bhagavad Bicha Koren, Shabate, Boshia. They were sitting, 20 or 30 Vaishnav scholars. He was sitting in his house studying Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Bichar. And he sent message to the Nawab that I'm not well, I can't come to the office. So the Nawab went with his own personal physician, and he arrived. And he went in there to the house of Sanatan Goswami. It's interesting that all of the Brahmins and Vaishnavas and Sanatan Goswami, they stood up when the Nawab entered. And Prabhupada's commenting very interesting point that even though he's not in the Sanatan Dharma line, Prabhupada comments that he says that when a person occupies an exalted executive post, one should consider that he has acquired the grace of the Lord. And then Prabhupada quotes, Yad yad vibhuti mat satam srimad urichitam eva tam tam eva vagachatam mama te jangsha shambhava. Yad yad, whatever, yad yad vibhuti, srimad uricham, glorious, wonderful, magnificent things you see in this world. Mama tej angsha shambhava. This is just a spark of my potency. And Prabhupada comments that they recognized or they respected the Nawab as a fraction of Krishna's power. And for that reason they stood up and showed respect. So similarly, we should respect those who are in this material world who have demonstrate the the power of Krishna. Those who are in exalted positions, whether they are Vaishnavas or not, they should be respected because they're reflecting the power of Krishna. One cannot become a great leader unless he's empowered. So the Nawab was very dissatisfied that Sanatan Goswami was acting in this way. And the description is that the Nawab was treating Sanatan Goswami like his younger brother. They're a very intimate relationship. And he said, your elder brother is conquering, and I need you to manage the affairs of state. How can I go with my campaigns? He was going to Orissa. How can I go with my campaigns to expand? I need you to manage the affairs of state. And Sanatan Goswami said, well, now I'm not interested to carry on in your service anymore, and you are the supreme Lord of Bengal, so you can do with me whatever you like. And the Nawab, being very angry, he put Sanatan Goswami in the jail. You can still see that jail. If you go to Ramkeli, you can see. It doesn't look like a jail, it's more like a compound. And we can assume that the way Sanatan Goswami was incarcerated was somewhat, there was some freedom there. Because he was able to receive the letter from Rupa Goswami. He was given the letter where Rupa Goswami said, we have gone to meet Mahaprabhu, you get yourself liberated. And also in the letter he mentioned the 10,000 coins, and somehow in the jail he was able to get the 10,000 coins. So there was some less restriction to be able to move. So then, having got those coins, Sanatan Goswami, he began to talk to the jail keeper. Tumi ek jinda pira maha bhagavan ketaba Quran shastre ache tomar gyan. Quran shastre ache tomar gyan. You are so learned in the Quran, and therefore you understand that if you free someone for spiritual emancipation, you also become freed. Actually, Sanatan Prabhupada is commenting that he's very expert because he's saying the truth. He's saying the truth according to Shastra. But the jail keeper is listening and thinking of it in terms of releasing him from the jail. And he's saying, so therefore you release me and I will go to Mecca, the holy city of Mecca, and you will get so much punya. And then he said, here, take these 5,000 coins as well. So the jail keeper was looking at the 5,000 coins. But he said, no. The Nawab, when he comes back, you're not in the prison, off with my head. And Sanatan said, no. He said, you tell him that Sanatan went to bank of Ganga to the call of nature with his chains on, and he jumped in the Ganga. Just imagine if you jump in the Ganga with chains on, you can't float. So you tell him that Sanatan jumped in, he drowned and his body washed away. I don't know where, I never found the body. And Sanatan said, don't worry, I will not stay here. I will go to another country. And in that way, there will be no ramifications for you. Not like India now, they're the different kingdoms. There's different kingdoms. So once Sanatan Goswami had left Bengal, then he's no longer under the jurisdiction of the Nawab. So then the jail superintendent was still hesitant, and so Sanatan put another 2,000 coins. So 7,000 coins. So seeing the gold, the jail keeper agreed and he released Sanatan. Walking, Sanatan Goswami came to a place called Patada in Bihar. And there he stayed in the inn. So in that inn there was an astrologer who seemed to be working in cahoots with the landlord of the innkeeper, and so he could see, the values or the possessions of the different travelers. And he said, this mendicant from Bengal, he's carrying 8 gold coins, 8 gold coins, very valuable. Just imagine how 10,000 gold coins, that's a lot. And for 8 gold coins, the innkeeper is prepared to kill him. Just 8 gold coins. So 5,000 gold coins, 7,000 gold coins, that's a lot of wealth. So he said that the innkeeper said to Sanatan, oh yes, here's the grains and the vegetables. You go take bath and come back refreshed, and you can cook and take rest, and then you can cross over the hilly tract of land. And Sanatan was wondering why he's showing so much affection to me. Ati bhakti chor lokon? Ati bhakti chor lokon? Sanatan began to realize, and then he asked Ishan, his assistant, are you carrying anything, Ishan, of value? And Ishan said, yes, I have these 8 gold coins. And Sanatan Goswami was angry. He said, why are you carrying this death knoll? We will be killed for it. So Sanatan Goswami immediately, he took 7 gold coins and he offered them to the innkeeper. And he said, I have these gold coins in my possession, you please get me over that hilly tract of land. And 1 gold coin he gave to Ishan and sent him back home. That's also interesting, as a devotee care. Right? Not that I'm finished with you, you're on your own. No, he all that was required for him to go home, and he was caring for that. So the innkeeper said, oh, this is wonderful, you have such character. Actually, I was going to kill you tonight for those gold coins, but you are offering them voluntarily. I'm very pleased with your gesture. I won't accept those coins, and out of a pious act, because you're such an exalted person, out of a pious act, I will arrange and take you over that hilly tract of land. And Sanatan said, no, take the coins. If you don't take them, then the next place someone will kill me for them. You take the coins. So in this way, with 4 men, with 4 assistants traveling all night in the jungle, forest in Bihar, they went through the hilly tract of land with 4 assistants, and safely he reached the other side of the hills. Then he came to a place called Hajipur. And in Hajipur, Sanatan Goswami's brother-in-law, Sanatan Goswami's sister's husband, was there. His name was Srikanta. He was employed by the king. He was purchasing horses and sending them back. He was a very wealthy, well-to-do aristocrat and government servant. And he saw Sanatan Goswami, and he was saying, Sanatan Goswami had been traveling, he'd been imprisoned, he was all unclean and clothes and unshaven, and he said, here, stay here a few days and take some rest. And Sanatan said, I will not stay a moment. I will not stay a moment. He wanted to carry on with his journey to meet Mahaprabhu and Rupa and Anupam. And then Srikanta said, then at least take this valuable shawl, this valuable chadar. So he did that, and he carried on. And then walking, he reached Kashi. And he heard, to his great joy, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the house of Chandrasekhar Acharya in Kashi. And Sanatan Goswami went there, and he was waiting outside. And Gaudhari said to Chandrasekhar, go outside, there is one mendicant. You bring him to me. Chandrasekhar, he went outside, he looked, and he said, there's no mendicant, there's only a Muslim mendicant. And then Mahaprabhu said, yes, bring him to me, bring him to me. Chandrasekhar said, Prabhu, tomar bolayai ashau darabesh. Darabesh means the Muslim mendicant. Ashau darabesh, come in. Shuni anande shanatan gorila prabesh. Shuni, hearing this, Mahaprabhu is calling me. Anande, with great joy. Gorila Prabesh, Sanatan Goswami entered, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately got up and he ran towards Sanatan. He ran towards Sanatan. We similarly heard that when Gaudhari met Rupa and Anupam in Prayagraj, and they were lying down, paying obeisances. Seeing them, Gaudhari, prashanna hoilo mon. He became satisfied just by seeing Rupa and Anupam. And similarly, he became elated. Gaudhari became elated when he saw his dear eternal devotee, eternal servant, Sanatan Goswami. And he embraced him. And Sanatan Goswami felt very embarrassed by that, being embraced. Again, showing his humility. Prabhu sparshe prema bishte hoilo Sanatan. Prabhu sparshe prema bishto. Prabhu sparshe prema bishto. Being touched by Prabhu, prema bishto, love of Godhead, abhishta, overwhelmed him with ecstatic love. Morna chinniha kahe God Goda Bachon. And he said to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, don't touch me. God Goda Bachon. In a quivering voice, please don't touch me. And shoulder to shoulder, Mahaprabhu was embracing Sanatan Goswami. And he said, Kaviraj Goswami describing, Shri Haste Karantar Anga Shamarjan, with his own hand, Anga Shamarjan. He's cleaning the body of Sanatan Goswami with his own hand, Shri Haste. Teho Kohe Mor Prabhu Na Korashparshan. More, me, Prabhu, Na Korashparshan. Please, Prabhu, do not touch me. Sanatan Goswami is praying. Prabhu kohe, tomar sparshi atma pavitre. Prabhu kohe, tomar sparshi pavitra hoite. Bhakti bhole paro tumi brahmanda shodite. Just by touching you, we are purified. Bhakti bole, the power of your devotion. Bhakti bole, the power of your devotion. Paro tumi brahmanda shodita, you have the power to purify the whole universe. And Mahaprabhu is quoting other verses, glorifying Vaishnava. Bhavad-vidha bhagavatas tirta bhuta shayam bibo tirta kurvanti tirta shva antashtena gadabrita. Because they're carrying the gadabrita, the holder of the club, in their heart. So antashtena, tirta kurvanti tirtani. They purify the places of pilgrimage, the Vaishnavas. Toma deki, toma sparshi, gai tomar gun. Seeing you, touching you, gai tomar gun, glorifying you, gai tomar gun, singing your glories. Sabendriya Paul e shastra nirupon. This is the perfection of all the senses. The perfection of all the Savendriya Paul, the perfection of all the senses is to see you, to touch you, and to glorify your qualities. Mahaprabhu is saying that to Sanatan Goswami. Eta kahe Prabhu, shuno Sanatan, Krishna boro doyamoy, potit pavan. Because he's delivered you, Krishna boro doy, shuno Sanatan. Listen, Krishna's boro doyamoy. And he delivers the fallen. He's the deliverer of the fallen souls. He has saved you from the hell known as Maharourava. Maharourava. Where those who are engaged in killing animals go. And Sanatan replied that, I do not know about the mercy of Krishna. All I know is that you have delivered us. So at that time, Gaudhari, he requested Sanatan Goswami, he requested Chandrasekhar to take Sanatan Goswami to the Ganga and get him shaved and get him clean, and everything. And Prabhupada's commenting here about his being shaved. Oh, the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in a purport Prabhupada's commenting, the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu consider long hair objectionable. Prabhupada said that yeah, we invite all classes of men to join our movement and live with us, but we do not tolerate long hair and beards. And for this reason, he sent Sanatan Goswami to get shaved. Tapan Mishra gave Sanatan Goswami a new set of cloth, and he took an old dhoti, and he tore that, and he wore that. And as he came back, he explained to Gaudhari that Ami modu kari korbo. He was invited to take prasadam along with the other associates, Tapan Mishra. And he said, no, I will modukari. Modukari means like a bee that goes from one flower to, you see the bees? A short period, a few moments on each flower, collecting the pollen. Prabhupada, this is modukari. The modu is the bee, modukari. So that type of, Prabhupada comments that many sadhus in Vrindavan perform this process. So as not to overburden any one particular householder, they take a little from each house and give some Krishna Upadesh, and in this way sustain themselves. So I will do Madhukari. So Mahaprabhu was satisfied with that. And Prabhupada's commenting about a Madhukari. He said, it's better to accept food offered to Krishna in the temple than to try to imitate Sanatan Goswami by this process. Better to accept food, Krishna Prasadam, in the temple than to go and do Madhukari and imitate Sanatan Goswami. So we take Prasadam in the temple. So Mahaprabhu was satisfied. Sanatan Goswami had shaved. He was wearing the used cloth of Tapan Mishra. However, he was still wearing the valuable kombal, the valuable chador that was given by Sri Kanta. And although not saying anything, Mahaprabhu was repeatedly glancing at that chador. And so Sanatan Goswami could interpret the subtle gesture. So he went back to bank of Maganga, and there he met one Bengali mendicant, a very poor, simple Bengali mendicant who was washing his kata, correct pronunciation, kata? Kata means old cloth, old saris, old cloth that pieces are cut and sewn together. It's like old kata. So seeing this mendicant, tare kohe, Sanatan Goswami said to him, "Ore bhai, kore upakar, ei bottle lai, ei kanta dehomor." You take this valuable blanket and you give me that simple quilt that you're washing there. Oh bhai, kore upakar, you do a favor for me. Ore bhai, tumi upakar. Kora upakar, you do a favor for me. And mendicant said, you are an exalted sadhu. Why are you joking in this way? This is not appropriate. Why are you joking with me and making fun of me in this way? And Sanatan Goswami said, no, I'm not making fun. I'm serious. You take this valuable blanket, you give me that quilt. So he agreed. And he returned to the presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhu kohe. Mahaprabhu said, Tomar bota kombal kotai gelo. Tomar bota kombal. Your valuable blanket kotai gelo. What's happened to your valuable blanket? Prabhu pade shob kota goshai kohilo. And Prabhupada, to the lotus feet of Gaudhari, goshai, shob kota. Kohilo. He told him the incident that I went to the Ganga and I exchanged the blanket, the valuable blanket with this. And Mahaprabhu very much appreciated. Tin mudrarer boto gai madhukari grash dharma. Hi, hoi lok kora upahash. If you try to do a madhukari, wearing a chador like that, everyone will laugh. This would be one loses one's spiritual strength by doing that. Goshai kohe, Sanatan Goswami replied, Goshai kohe, Je kandilo kubi shaye bog, tar ichai gelomor shesh bishay rog. More shesh bishay rog. This was the final symptom of my bishay rog, my material disease, my attachment to enjoying this world. More shesh bishay rog. The final component of my material disease. You have saved me from the sinful life by his desire. Tad ichai gelo, tad ichai, by his desire, by his glancing, by his desire. And gelo morshesh bishairog, my last attachment to this material world has gone. Prashanna hoy Prabhu tar kripa koilo, tar kripai prashna korite tar shakti hoilo. So Mahaprabhu, he bestowed all of his mercy upon Sanatan Goswami, and tar kripai, by his mercy, tar kripai prashna korite tar shakti hoilo. He empowered Sanatan Goswami with the ability to inquire from him. Tar shakti. Tar kripai prashna korite. Prabhupada's commenting that in the Ramananda Samvad, Ramananda Roy was asking questions and Gaudhari was responding. And in Sanatan Shikha, Sanatan Goswami was asking questions and Gaudhari was responding. And he was empowered by Gaudhari directly to ask the appropriate questions. And the subjects of the Sanatan Shikha, here we chanted the verse that Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem Seva Pravatan, Lupta Tirtha. All of the holy places in Vrindavan, Madan Mohan temple, Sanatan Goswami, the Goswamis revived their temples. When Gaudhari visited Vrindavan, Radha Kunda, no one ever knew. The holy places, everything had become a jungle. No one knew. Mahaprabhu, he toured Vrindavan 10 days and then left. The Vrindavan that we know today, with all of these holy places, this is all established. Pravartana, this is all established. The Lupta Tirtha by the Goswamis. And the instructions to Sanatan Goswami are considered to be the most extensive section of Mahaprabhu's Shikha, most extensive, most extensive. The other Ramananda Samvad is one chapter, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya Liberation is one chapter, Prakasananda Saraswati is one chapter, chapter 25, Madhya Lila. Sanatan Shikha, 5 chapters. So on this day we remember the lotus feet of Srila Sanatan Goswami Prabhupada. Today is his disappearance day. Such an important Acharya in our line. So many books, Hari Bhakti Vilas. He worked with Rupa Goswami on the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So we pray for the mercy of Pujapad Srila Sanatan Goswami on this day. Hare Krishna. Srila Sanatan Goswami Prabhupada ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.